Live inside of the Primavera Online High School Lounge with Live 101.5, Natasha Castles, Kimmy Karuva, and we have our special guest, Halsey, here.
Hi.
Now, you just off camera, we were talking about
Yeah.
you just turning 21, people throwing stuff on stage.
Yeah. We it's been a wild couple of days. I turned 21 a couple of days ago in Vegas. We played a music festival. It was super awesome. But over the course of the past few days, I had the weirdest stuff thrown on stage. Like we got a handful of bras, which is always awesome and funny.
Cool.
And then people started throwing cell phones at me. So they would just like chuck their iPhones on stage, and like the first one that flew, I picked up and was like, "This is cool." And then everyone was like, "Me too!" and started throwing their iPhones, and a bunch of kids' phones shattered, and I felt so bad. And now I need to buy everyone new iPhones.
No,
and
you should have them like auctioned off on eBay, make it go to charity, and
seriously. But last night was probably the most interesting because kids were throwing airplane bottles of liquor just for, to celebrate my birthday, which in theory is super awesome, but they hurt when they hit you. So as long as they stay airplane bottles. If they start throwing full bottles of liquor, I'm going to have a serious problem. Yeah.
Did you try any of them or no? It's just like you collect them. You're like, thank you.
I collected them and I left them on my bus, so I'm sure that my crew
They'll
is
come in
gonna,
handy.
Yeah, my crew is gonna get down and deep in them. I'm not really like a liquor person. I'm a wine lady.
Yes.
Not that I would know anything about drinking.
What kind though?
Red wine, Pinot Noirs.
because
yeah.
you just turned 21.
Yeah, I mean,
because she just
as
turned
of
21.
yesterday, that's all I know from what I drank the past 2 days or whatever. That's how I feel so far.
Now, obviously, your tour sold out very quickly. Has there been a surreal moment that you've hit yet where you're like, whoa, this is happening to me. This is really happening.
I think there's one of those moments every single day. It's still so exciting for me. Like, it's the little things that really trip me out, like the little details of my life. Like, even, like, coming here, like, I walk off my tour bus and there's an SUV waiting outside, like an Escalade, and I'm like, that's for me?
It's not just an Uber.
And it's like, and it's like, yeah, Ashley, you take one every day. Like, of course it's for you, but it's still exciting, you know what I mean, to walk outside and be like, that's mine? That's clear. I get to ride in that, like, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Or seeing kids lined up down the block outside of a venue fills me with a mixture of excitement and guilt because I can only imagine they're missing school and their parents hate me. But it's also really exciting. And then a few moments during the show that have become kind of almost like inside jokes between me and the audience, where there's moments where they'll do certain hand motions or yell certain lyrics. And every time the whole room does it, I'm like, you're supposed to do that. And it's so crazy to me because it means people are paying attention. And, it lets me have a show that involves them and is engaging. And, that's what's the most exciting. But, since the album came out, it's been a very wild ride. And I can't believe that so many people like me.
Well, I know everybody was been so excited. I mean, tweets for days about it. Everybody was lined up out here, so excited to meet you. So kind of going off of that, we thought it'd be really cool if you would maybe draw your life, just like 3 moments that come to your head. Like, whoa.
The last year has been obviously a roller coaster, so just 3 key moments that pop out in your head. And I mean, we'll continue on with the interview as you draw.
Okay.
You did say off camera, she did say that when she goes to restaurants, she always requests crayons.
I
So
do.
this is perfect right here.
Oh,
We have crayons and markers for you.
I might take the markers, actually. If
See,
that's
Oh.
see,
okay.
I told you.
Sorry.
You didn't want to stun her creativity.
Okay,
Yeah.
to wrap up this interview,
Yeah.
just
So-
tell us what you drew and why you drew it.
Okay, so all I got so far is that I was born, and then hold on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do one more. I'm just gonna finish this for you guys really
Let's get
quick.
the guitar in there.
Yep, doing the guitar. Okay, so I was born. I learned how to play guitar. This is
The big
so
city?
awful. And then I moved to Brooklyn, and I dropped my paper. And I moved to Brooklyn, and I fell in love. So this is hilarious when you guys see this because the first one is so good and detailed, and the other two
The other ones.
are awful. So I was born. There's me and my family. This is an awful guitar, and then that's New York with hearts. So that's my life so far. We'll see if I can come back and draw cooler stuff later.
You have to add to it later on.
Right?
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for stopping by Halsey inside of the Primavera Online High School Lounge.
Thank you.